Did you know that most annual weeds can set seed in just 6 weeks? Whatever you've heard, whatever you've been told, I'm really sorry, but you'll always have weeds. So let's go over to the dark side. Hello and welcome to the New Dig Norfolk channel. My name is Barry and we would love you to subscribe to our channel. So today we're going to talk about weeds. Now, I know most of us are interested in growing the plants and getting harvests, but actually part of doing that is being able to control your weeds. For us, we're New Dig, and that goes a long way to suppressing weeds. When you do turn over the soil, what you do is you bring up all the weed seeds that are underneath. They're on top, they're exposed to light, air and water, and they can germinate and start to grow weeds. Toward the end of March, as we go into April, the beginning of spring, there'll be a flush of weeds, and it's really important that you try to keep on top of those weeds. Some common annual weeds that you'll find in your garden are things like hairy bittercress, and they can set their seeds in 4 to 6 weeks. Charlock is another one, 8 to 10 weeks that will set its seeds in. And chickweed, one of the most common weeds you'll find in your garden, that can set its seed within a month. And here's a good example of some chickweed. It's important that you get this out, because if it sets its seed within the month, you're going to have hundreds of seeds all over your garden. You come to help, Pepper, have you? Good girl, good girl. Annual meadowgrass is another one that you find in your plot, and that can set its seed within 6 to 8 weeks. You can see now why it's really important to keep on top of weeds, and pulling little and often. When you see them, pull them. If you see them starting to come through, hoe them if there's several of them. And slowly but surely you will start to clean your soil. One of the comments that we get most on our channel is, "Oh, your vegetable patches look really good and really tidy." Now, of course, that's because we're New Dig and we don't see lots and lots of weeds, but we still do get them. They can be blown in from neighbouring plots, or in our case our neighbours' gardens. Birds flying overhead can drop the seeds into the garden, and then they will germinate and start to grow. So being vigilant and looking out for weeds, whether it be this time of the season, once your crops are growing strongly, look under things like cabbage leaves, Calabrese leaves. Things have large leaves, weeds will often lurk there. And like I say, they go unmissed, unchecked for 4 to 6, up to 8 weeks in some cases. That will have set its seed and absolutely spread hundreds of seeds all over your plot. Nobody's immune to weeds, not even us with New Dig. And what tends to happen with us here on New Dig is that we make as much of our own compost as we can. And you can see there's the odd weed that is now starting to come through. And that's because we wouldn't have got the compost hot enough while it was in the compost bays, and so it didn't kill the weed seeds. Now, that's no travesty. We can hand weed quite easily. And what I can show you is that in New Dig soil, if you want to pull the weed, it comes out really simply. Just like you would if you were pricking out your plants. Now, of course, if there were 1,000,001, so to speak, then your hoe is your best friend. And you can simply, on a dry day, hoe off. And you can see there, that weed has been severed from its stalk. And if you've got lots of weeds at this time of the year, this is a really good tool to use and to learn to use it really well. The other thing that's in our arsenal is the trowel, because also at this time of the year, and remember this is March, grasses also start to come back. And these plots that you see us filming in our back garden, this was all laid to grass. When it comes to things like grasses, their roots go that bit deeper, so you really want to get as much of the root out as possible. You see, we've got those roots, and that can no longer grow again. As I say, with us being no dig, thankfully we don't have many. So I hope you didn't switch off from this very short video, because there's a bit of information in there, and if you adhere to that and be disciplined, weed when you see them, little and often, keeping on top of them, you will start to get clean soil. We shall catch you on the next video.